Isn't Jacob Elordi white? Okay.
You will cut that.
Yeah, just cut that. It's fine. No.
The romance is a subplot in the book. There is no physical intimacy whatsoever between Catherine and Heathcliff.
That was it for me. She's traumatized. On the left. Okay.
You will cut that. Does it look okay?
Traumatized. Oh yeah, we're traumatized. Right, so
I go my own way. What about us?
We're not doing High School Musical. We're not talking about High School Musical on the pod ever again.
No! Oh my god, we should do a reaction to High School Musical. Wouldn't that be scary though? Like someone stalking you?
Yeah, but I would love an in-depth analysis of my personality from an completely outside objective point of view. For everyone watching, we're about to go watch Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
The film. Okay. So, talk me through the novel, Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, so Wuthering Heights is this 18th century novel by Emily Bronte, which it's a gothic novel, by the way.
Okay.
And I think this is shocking to a lot of people,
Yeah.
but Catherine and Heathcliff's romance is a subplot. Like
Subplot to what? Because I read the book, but like maybe about 10 years ago.
The main theme of the novel is revenge.
Okay.
Like it's the character of Heathcliff and the family, like the family tree as a whole, and exploring how toxicity and revenge can become generational, like the toxic nature of a family cycle, etc., and like repeating unhealthy patterns, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we've got two families. We've got the Earnshaws and the Lintons. Catherine's part of the Earnshaws, and the Heathcliff's like the child that the father adopted.
Okay.
He's like this like
So weird step sibling.
well, it's more like it's tense because of like Heathcliff's like ethnicity, like
Okay.
he's like racially ambiguous and no family ties, so he's kind of classless as well.
Isn't Jacob Elordi white? Okay, sorry. Sorry, you said racially ambiguous, and I was like, Jacob Elordi's white.
Like, I can't remember if in the books
Really?
he's explicitly black, but I know a lot of movies do portray Heathcliff as like black or mixed race or South Asian,
or like a person of
etc.
colour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a person of colour.
Okay.
But yeah, Jacob Elordi's white.
Jacob Elordi is a white tall man.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, race isn't the main theme of the book, but it is very important to Heathcliff's character.
As that like kind of outsider.
As the outsider, being excluded from the family, and why like this is where Catherine comes in. It's why he can't actually like be with Catherine. Like Catherine's brother, what was his name? I think Hindley.
Yeah.
He has like this vendetta against Heathcliff. He's like, you're not marrying my sister, and he like does everything in his power to keep him away and to reduce him as like just a servant, because before he was like part of the family, but then Hindley, like once the father passes away, is like
Okay. Yeah. I really don't know how that sounds like a lot to translate into a film.
Yeah,
especially like I've heard people say it's like a modern day ish take, although it's still set in the same time period. Or a modern-ish take in terms of how it presents everything.
I think it's just fan fiction.
Fan fiction of the original novel.
Yeah.
Okay.
In like a Bridgerton kind of way. Like, I don't think it's modern, but I think it's like modern taste applied to it.
Okay, modern taste applied to it. Okay, that'll be interesting, because I mean, for everyone watching, I kind of grew up on period dramas. My mum loves period dramas, so I would always watch them with her.
Yeah.
So I've watched all the Catherine Cooks and stuff, all the original BBC dramas like David Copperfield, or like I watched like a bit of Downton Abbey, Pride and Prejudice, all the Jane Austen stuff. So I feel like I have a good, like hold on what period dramas are supposed to be. And I love Bridgerton as well, even though that's like not exactly accurate, but like still.
Well, like the director, she directed Saltburn, no?
Yeah.
And I love Saltburn.
I think Saltburn is such an interesting character film. No, in like a good, in like a
Like
really, no, in like a really good way.
Yeah.
Because characters are like one of the most important things to me when watching a film. I think Saltburn is a great character study as a film.
No, I mean.
So I mean, if she's able to present characters well in this film, I don't think I'll hate it.
I mean, for me, I loved Saltburn because it was so taboo.
Really?
Like,
yeah,
like it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
And filthy. Like, I don't know, it was interesting.
Okay.
So I'm very split because like I am an English lit girly.
Yeah.
Like I did read the book. I love the book. It's probably one of my favorite gothic novels.
Really, yeah.
And I am quite wary of book to film adaptations.
That's a fair point.
But then I did love Saltburn, so I'm really confused.
You know, I think the both of us are going into this with like open minds.
Yeah.
We want to enjoy it, maybe.
We hate watching it.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out, especially because there's not really, outside of like TV series, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of period dramas which are like mainstream nowadays, especially when it comes to cinema. I think the only thing that we've had recently is Emma. Was Emma recent?
Emma was not recent.
When did that Emily Bronte film come out? Not Emma, but Emily Bronte. The one with Maeve from Sex Education.
What film is this?
It came out like a while ago. We talked about going to watch it, but then we never ended up going to see it.
Oh.
I think it was a film based on Emily Bronte's life.
Okay. Yeah.
But I feel like that's probably the most recent big period drama cinema thing that there's been.
Oh my god.
But that was like maybe like 2023.
I need a film of Mary Shelley's life.
I would kill for a film of Mary Shelley's life.
Oh my god.
That's really interesting actually, because the whole dynamic between her and her husband would just be very interesting to watch.
But
play
please
out.
don't.
They'll make it into a romance.
Literally.
They'll make it into a romance. They'll be like, and
Keep
they ended up happily ever after.
Oh god.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, we're gonna go into the film. The film starts in about 20 minutes, so we're gonna let you know what our thoughts are exactly as we come back out. Yeah.
What did they do?
Right, so we just finished watching.
I don't know what we just finished watching.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I had more thoughts post Saltburn.
I loved Saltburn.
Yeah, I think.
And I really think this shows that she is an author, like a director who has a very distinctive style in all of her films.
I think that's true. I think she definitely carried on.
I just don't know if it's a good thing. It was very cinematic.
Casting, yeah. And it was a very cinematic film.
Yeah.
But if I was to give it an objective, like out of 10 score, I don't think for me I could ever sit through that again. It was like I think it was one of the hardest watches of my entire life, cinema-wise. Yeah.
I've never respected people who walk out of a film midway. This is the first time I've watched a film and wanted to walk out midway.
Yeah.
My only reason for staying there and finishing the film was because I know that we had to react to it after.
We have to react to it and we have to review it. So that's also why I stayed.
I can't believe what I just watched. I was sick. I felt sick.
I've never, yeah.
The whole movie I was like, oh.
Okay, out of 10, I'd give it obviously we're going to talk about this back, when we're filming later on. But I think out of 10, objectively right now, I'd probably give this I'd personally give it a 4. A 4, yeah. The 4 is for Jacob Elordi and for the cinematic shots and the symbolism. But I feel like you can do anything on the camera and make it symbolistic or something. But I would give it a 4 out of 10.
That is really nice of you. I can't lie. I'm giving it like a 0.
A 0?
Okay. No, I'll give it a 1 for Jacob.
Yeah.
But and that's not to say that Margot Robbie's performance
was bad.
wasn't good. Like, I think it was, like, I mean, I felt very disconcerted because I knew that she's like 40 and she was playing a very like childish, bratty character, which was like interesting. But oh my god, bratty. Charlie XCX. I get it now.
For what was filmed, I think that was a great person to have as a soundtrack.
Yeah.
I think she
and
bodied
because she's
it.
British.
And she's British, she bodied it. I think the soundtrack, it genuinely, for what was on the screen, it matched. Yeah, you feel me? A little bit.
She definitely followed through on what they asked for.
I
don't think what they asked for was right.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed the electronic kind of techno music and Saltburn. I think it worked for that film. I don't really think it works for Wuthering Heights. Like even like if in the way that Emerald Fennell was going for, I don't think it worked. I don't know. And yeah, like Margot Robbie, I think she did like a great job. I hated her portrayal of Catherine. I don't think it was right at all.
We're gonna get back and talk about this more in a little bit.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna die in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house.
So we're gonna be reviewing. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to do that.
Yeah, we're just back from the cinema. I think that was such an interesting experience. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, just when we came out. But I mean, what are you thinking? Like, we'll talk about the start of the film because this is the spoiler part of the review. Obviously, we tried to keep
now
anything.
it's the spoiler part.
Yeah, we tried to keep anything kind of light in terms of what we said about the film. But if you haven't watched the film by this point, or if you don't care about the film,
don't watch the film.
don't watch it. If you don't care to watch the film, you can watch past this point. But otherwise,
we watched it for you so that you don't have to
go through any of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, talk about it. How did you feel about the beginning of the film?
Okay, to be honest, at the beginning of the film, I was still hopeful. Like, the child who played Heathcliff, the actor from Adolescence.
I really need to find his name.
He did so good. He deserves his flowers. He was phenomenal.
And I think it's a lot to say that I think Adolescence was his first role. He wasn't even previously interested in acting that much.
Yeah.
Owen Cooper is his name. No, is it Owen Cooper?
Yeah, Owen Cooper.
He wasn't even really interested in acting before that, and then he went on to do Adolescence.
Really?
And then was able to get this major break, won Emmys and stuff for his acting performance, and then went on to Wuthering Heights to do this. I think it's a great run for him. He's like I think he's just around 18 or younger.
No, he's not 18.
He's not 18 yet. How old is he?
No, he's like 12, I swear.
Let me check. I feel like he was 12 during Adolescence. 16, yeah, he's 16 years old, born in 2009.
Yeah.
So he's like a good 5-6 years younger than us. But no, he's did sensational in the film. I think at that time as well, I really held out hope at the start. I was like, okay, maybe this is a different direction for the director. Different direction, and we'll see something a bit more tame, or something that's still true to the books.
I mean, as you were saying earlier, you appreciated the role of the father in kind of showing that generational kind of trauma. And as a way to connect Catherine and Heathcliff.
Yeah, and I can really appreciate the setup and everything about it. The set, especially for the Wuthering Heights house.
Yeah.
I think that was really cool. It looks really interesting. Honestly, I
hated it.
I personally have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
But I think it was a really stylistic choice, and I can appreciate what she was trying to go for. I think at times it did feel a bit too on the nose. All of the symbolism in the film felt way too on the nose. But it was a good setup, I feel.
Yeah.
Before they got older.
I mean, I appreciated more the scenery of the moors and stuff. That was very gothic and whimsical.
Yeah, and they were running through the fields and
British.
Yeah. They definitely was able to hold that feeling then, because the director Emerald Fennell, I think she has a very clear, like Sinead was saying before, she has a really clear idea in mind for whenever she's doing something, and you can definitely see it coming across. But I feel like that stylistic choice that she carried from other films into this really just like dramatically ruined. It was not for the best, like in any way, shape or form.
I just like I understand if it's not like gonna be accurate to the book and like not this gothic tale, but the context itself of Wuthering Heights is so ingrained in 18th century culture and like the gothic genre that it feels really, really strange and inaccurate to represent it like in any other way.
Yeah.
And I think it's an injustice to it.
100%. And I think especially like labeling Charlie XCX as like the headliner for the album for something that's so much more grounded, I feel like it completely took away from any kind of like what do you call it, impact that the original book and the original material had.
Because at least in Bridgerton they do classical renditions of the pop songs, you know what I mean?
But they still keep it somewhat grounded.
Yeah. This is not a classical rendition of anything. This is just like, I think I'm gonna die in this house.
Literally. It felt very much like they were watering down like the entire book. And you said that because obviously, spoiler obviously, but the main character, Catherine,
she's not a main character.
She's not a main character in the books, and she dies about halfway through the book, and then the majority of the book is about, you know, Heathcliff and his survival after that.
The romance is a subplot in the book. There is no physical intimacy whatsoever between Catherine and Heathcliff. So to even call it a romance is like a sweeping generalization anyways. But for the sake of this, I'm going to call it a romance, right? And the reason why it's romantic is because how much he yearns for her after her death. To the point where she haunts him spiritually. And he's like, wow, like, come back, haunt me, like it's better than like living in this hell
without you.
And then that's why you're like, wow, like his feelings for her, like how spiritual is their love, like that's insane. But this was just like, oh, their obsessive desires for each other to the point of like revulsion and like degradation and BDSM, like,
it was just like weird stuff. And like even when it got to the point in the film where like she was married to someone else, that whole affair, poor Linton, that weird affair subplot that apparently did not exist in the books at all. Like in that way.
In the books, Catherine actually loves Linton. It's just a very different kind of love. It's more gentle and mellow and like kind of like ordinary. But then the point is that like, oh, Heathcliff though is like this overwhelming force that like tips into like the unseemly and like she doesn't really know what to do with it, and so she like tries to repress it and stuff like that. But she's not so horrible to Linton like that. Linton's not this horrible character. I
don't know. I appreciate the fact that we watched it, but I personally wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I think even the way that they scrubbed the kids, because they both had children separately out of the film, and just made it about them being like obsessively in love with each other. I don't know. I personally wouldn't recommend it. I don't think that specific style of directing that Emerald Fennell used in the film translated very well to the book material or the source material, or didn't translate to a positive experience for me. If you want to go watch the film, maybe go watch the film. I wouldn't tell you to.
I mean, okay. Margot Robbie, I feel like the projects she's choosing are always trying to like do something for like women and stuff like that, but I feel like something about her approach in producing these things ends up falling flat for me. Like,
because you were saying that about Barbie, and it definitely felt like there was some intention about trying to dramatize this, but it didn't feel like it worked for me. So yeah.
But you know, Jacob Elordi did a fantastic job. He
was
deserves his flowers.
He was an insane actor.
I
during the
do
whole
need
thing.
to see him in a period drama.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he could be the next Bridgerton. I don't know, but like he did good.
100%. But yeah, we really enjoyed the experience of kind of like reviewing our thoughts about this, and obviously this won't be the. Oh yeah, we're traumatized. We walked out of that cinema in like complete shock the entire way here. So yeah, we're definitely gonna hopefully review something a bit nicer next time. Maybe even the GOAT film came out recently.
It's out.
It's out, yeah.
Okay.
So you could even do that sometime soon. I'm sure that video will be out at some point, or even another film, because it's got Caleb McLaughlin in it from Stranger Things, who's apparently also rumored to be the new Miles Morales in live action.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting, especially since Sadie Sink is already in the MCU in the new Spider-Man film. But yeah, really enjoyed this experience reviewing it here. Now, not the experience in the cinema. I would walk out of a cinema. I've never felt the urge to walk out of a cinema like that before. So yeah, I think that was it for me. She's traumatized. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is beauty.